Happy New Year! And as you can see, it's not quite such nice weather as it was from the last video. In fact, it's muddy, horrible, damp, cold. Strangely, it feels colder than it did the other day when we had frost down. But that's the UK. And unfortunately the dog still wants a walk, although one of them has opted out. She got as far as the garden and decided that was quiet enough. So what's going on? It is start of January. I'm actually recording the update bang on the start of the month, which is a first. Some good progress over the month. Wanderer Book 2 proof edits are done. Wanderer Book 3 proof edits are done. And I'm now starting on Wanderer's Escape, the first book in the series, for the reread and polish. On that note, I know I've spoken about the polishing of the Dark Soul books and the fact I'm doing it for the Wanderer's books. Just try and get the dog back. I really hope that's not too painful on the recording. I might have to edit that bit out. So I'm working on that polishing. Something I haven't made very clear. It kind of seemed obvious to me, but of course it's not. Is that if you have already bought any of these books, you do not have to pay a penny more to get the polished version. Once they are uploaded, I'll send out details to everyone and put it up on the blog and on a video update of how you can actually get the latest version. It varies between the different vendors. So Amazon for the Kindle make it a bit tricky. I can upload it, but I can't force the update to go down to anyone, and I can't even get them to notify people. So it's just a step. You go into your settings somewhere in the Amazon website and click a button and it re-downloads the latest version. And I imagine the others are something similar, but I've not looked into it yet. But you will definitely not have to pay anything for those. I seem to have lost the dog. This could be fun. Then there is, as I say, Wanderer Book 1. I'm doing the reread and polish. I'm about 20 pages in, I think, at the moment, so that's reasonably good progress. And then the other thing that's happened is there is now a website page. I found the dog. She's over there. There's now a website page for Wanderer Book 5. There's not a lot of info in terms of the story or anything like that on it, but what there is a roadmap from now until publication, which I will update as time goes on. It makes it easier to see why there's such a gap between now and when the release date will be, which I'm hoping will be in spring. And it's a good place to keep track of where we're at. Once we get a bit farther down the process, I will try and put the target date in as well. At the moment, I need to just see how it goes with the next few steps that I have to do. Oh, she's coming back. No, she's going a different way now. It's lovely having a puppy. It's always exciting to find out which direction they're going to approach from. Go on, Lola. So get a dog treat out. Very important part of the training. But it's cold. I hope she doesn't take my fingers with it. Good girl. There she goes again. Believe it or not, her legs are white, but they don't look it at the moment. So Wanderer 5, you're going to be able to see much more clearly the steps that are being gone through. I think that's probably it. So obviously the new website's up. I know there's been a few glitches. A few people have pointed out things that didn't quite work. And I'm aware of one or two others that I need to sort out. So I'm working on that. And on a more general note, I'm becoming much more organised. I've actually realised that the amount of work I have to do, both in the writing and the publishing and the various parts of being an indie publisher and having to do all the parts, well, not having to do them all myself, but having to make sure I understand them all and I work out which ones I can pass on to other people. So I'm actually now sitting down at the start of the week, working out how much time I think I've got in that week, working out what things I want to try and achieve, which is working really well already. So instead of sitting down of an evening and realising I've got an hour and kind of aimlessly clicking my way through different things I thought of during that week, I've actually got a proper to-do list. I've got it worked out in terms of how much time to spend, and it should also mean that at some point in the future I can start delegating more things out. At the moment, I delegate the editing, obviously, once we reach that stage, proofreading, things like that, which have to be, cover design as well, and quite often in terms of getting some graphics done, we do that as well. Could be a lot of editing. No, she's totally ignored me and disappeared down a deer path that I can't follow down. She'll come back, I hope. So what that means, obviously to me, is a lot more organisation, but what it should mean for all of you is more updates, video updates, because I'll actually be a bit more organised and know what I need to say. And it also means that there will be more content coming out. So both by dictating, I dictated a story about a hungover wizard this morning on the walk back with the dogs, which hasn't got anything to do with the fact that I drank rather a lot last night, as it was New Year's Eve, honest. And it means that I'll get those things transcribed more quickly. I'm just generally going to be more organised. There should be more blog posts, but I'll be able to do all that without burning out, without feeling completely out of control. And the danger there is that I then stop being creative, stop writing new stuff. So that's the idea. It is, of course, the 1st of January. I'm not calling it a resolution because it's not. It's what I'm going to do. So there won't be any failing on this one. It may adapt over time, but it should certainly mean there's more output. So, rambled on a bit, whistled for the dog a few times, so apologies if this one's been a bit too long. I did have my notes written down and then didn't bring them out with me. Wasn't actually planning to do the update, but thought I should share this beautiful weather with everyone. So once again, Happy New Year. I hope everyone's had a great holiday. And that's it from sunny England. Well, the sun's up there somewhere. I hope it's nicer wherever you are, and if not, I hope you buy a nice warm fire or at least a nice warm radiator. So bye for now.